you need a highlighter and a pencil, and the first thing that I want you to do is what? Write your name. Find a spot on the front of your book to write your name. Hang on. Okay, then we're going to get our highlighter. Get your highlighter ready, and tell me what sight words do you see that we should highlight today? And in this title, I see and in the title. Now let's go to the bottom, and you said is, okay? And again. And again. And again. And look right here, let's go ahead and highlight this word because it's a spelling word this week. It's in those sentences in your spelling test this week. Jump, yeah. Okay, highlighter down and pencil ready. Go back up to the title. And on the title, we're looking for those final blends, the ending blends, the two consonants together at the end of a word. So this first one I see together. So it is flint, flint, and sk. There's one of those final ends. Scamp. Flint and Scamp. Okay, those are kind of weird names, but I think one of them's name's Flint and one of them's name is Scamp. Okay, now look at this first picture. Is this story fiction or informational text? Informational text gives me facts and true stuff. Information. So is this fiction is fake? It's fiction, that's right. Now, is it realistic fiction or fantasy? Fantasy, how do you know? Animals are acting like people. What are they doing to act like people on this page? Wearing clothes? Maybe racing, jumping in puddles? Okay, it looks like, where are they at? Look at this word right here. Sound that word out for me. Camp. Good, they're at camp. Okay, so let's go to the bottom. And you told me this word is, I see one of those ending blends. Camp. What does F-U-N spell? Fun. I see or in this word. Put a F in front of or. For. There's that flint. Scamp. Flint and Scamp. Okay, I see a nt in flint. At the end of scamp. What does R-U-N spell? Run. Hang on, I got N-T in flint and a in scamp. There's also a at the end of that spelling word we have this week. So the words that we didn't highlight is camp, fun, for, flint, scamp, flint, scamp, run, and flint, scamp. Okay? So at home, press pause, practice reading this 3 times to yourself, and then press play when you're ready to read together. Okay, let's read together. Put your finger under that first word. Camp. Fingers ready? Ready and read. Camp is fun for flint and scamp. Okay, keep reading. Right here. Flint and scamp run. Flint and scamp jump. Okay, so they're at camp. Do they like camp? Yeah, it said it's fun for them. They run, and what else do they do? Jump. What are they jumping in right now? Puddles. Yeah, jumping in puddles like Peppa Pig likes to do. All right, next page. What are they doing on the next page?
Getting their bags ready for camp.
Yeah, I think they're getting their bags ready to go home from camp. Okay, do skunks go to camp?
No.
No. Highlighters ready. What do you see? Is, will, and, at, will again, and I see the word end. That was one of our words this week. End. Got will 2 times. Good. Highlighter down and pencil ready. I see a at the end of the word camp. Camp. Ooh, that whole word, except for the word camp, is sight word, so it should be easy to read. Is at and end. There's a nt at the end of flint. At the end of scamp. Sound out M-I-S-S for me. Is. There's a at the end of scamp, miss, and flint. Nt. So the words we did not highlight, the words that are not sight words are camp, Flint, Miss Scamp. Scamp, Miss Flint. At home, press pause. Practice reading that 3 times to yourself. Then press play when you're ready to read together. All right, let's read together. Fingers under that word camp. Ready to read? Ready to read, Lillian? Fingers ready? Ready and read. Camp is at an end. Flint will miss Scamp. Scamp will miss Flint. What does it mean that camp is at an end? If something is at an end, it's over. They got to go home from camp now. And are they going to miss each other? Yeah, it says Flint will miss Scamp. Scamp will miss Flint. Or look at the next page over. Who's in this picture now? A grandpa or maybe a dad? Okay. What's in that box? Not pictures. Those are little tiny things that you stick onto a letter to send it in the mail. It's called a stamp. Yeah. All right. So I think maybe they're going to write letters to each other. Okay. Highlighter down, pencil, or highlighter up. Will to one. Him. There's will again. We have give, that's one of our sight words. Must and get.
Yeah, that guy, yeah, that's Jeff. Okay, number 5. There must be
Okay, highlighter down, pencil ready. I see an nt at the end of Flint. Okay, remember in this word, we had this word when we read that book about Dr. Seuss. WR, circle it together, WR. Then I want you to mark through the W because the W doesn't say anything. When WR comes at the beginning of a word, it just says then mark through the E, rainbow to the I. I, T. Mark through the E, rainbow to the I. I, T. There's a at the end of Scamp, at the end of Flint, at the end of Stamp. And right here I see at this end of this word, but they added an S to it. So underline that ending S. Gramps. Gramps. Okay, we'll give him 1. Press pause at home. Practice reading this 3 times to yourself. Press play when you're ready to read together. Okay, let's read together. Fingers under that first word, Flint. Fingers ready? Ready and read. Flint will write to Scamp. Flint must get a stamp. Gramps will give him 1. Okay, what does he need to write a letter to Scamp? Well, he's going to write him a letter. What does he need to send a letter? What's Gramps have? Stamps. You have to put a stamp on a letter for it to go somewhere. All right, page from the page. Oh, there's somebody else that's going to give him. Highlighter ready? Tell me what to highlight. Will. To. Oh, will again. To. 1. Him. Get. Must. That's about it. Okay, highlighter down and pencil ready. I see at the end of Scamp. Remember what we did this WR? We circled the WR. Mark through the W because it doesn't say anything. It just says Mark through the E. Rainbow to the I. I, T. Right. There's an at the end of give. We can do give, sure.
Read it on the other page.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a at the end of Scamp.
What do we do?
Oops.
There we go. That's it.
There's a at the end of must. At the end of Stamp. And an ending S at the end on Gramps.
Oh, I forgot.
We'll give him 1. All right, practice reading this to yourself. Fingers moving, eyeballs moving, mouth moving. At home, press pause and push play when you're ready to read together. All right, good reading. Let's read together. Scamp, ready? Fingers over Scamp. Ready and read. Scamp will write to Flint. Scamp must get a stamp. Gramps will give him one. Oh, so his grandpa's giving him a stamp too. They're writing each other a letter, aren't they? Okay, next page. Ooh, what are they doing right there? What's happening to their letters? They're floating away. They're getting blown away. Ooh, sorry. Highlighter Jenny, tell me what to circle, or to highlight. Must, 2 times. O-F is of, you're right. We can do big. We could do run, that's easy. And there's one more that looks like the word combs, but it's not combs. It is comes. Comes. Okay, highlighters down and pencil ready. Here's the word gust, and I see a ST at the end, gust. What is a gust? Have you ever heard of a gust before? It says a big gust of wind comes. So a big gust of wind is when a big, strong, heavy wind comes through. Whoosh, that's called a gust of wind. Okay, put an S on the end of comes, or underline your S on the end of comes. Are you done with all your papers? Okay, there's an nt at the end of Flint, st at the end of fast. Flint must, oh, there's a ST on must. Good, undo that twice. Flint must run fast. And then scamp, I see a at the end of scamp. Must run fast. There's a ST. So a gust of wind came and blew their letters away. So why are they're blowing away? They're floating away. Why do they have to run fast?
That means that
they're chasing their letters. Good. Yep, they want to find their letters. So they got to chase and run and get them.
So they can
all right.
give them to each other.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be the last page.
The last page. No, I'll sit up and let's do the last page, honey. Sit up, please. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Okay. Get your highlighter ready and tell me what we should highlight on that page. And I see and again, and again. I see one more.
Sit.
No, it's one of our spelling words this week. Good, have. It's a sight word and it's a spelling word this week. Okay. Highlighter down and pencil ready. I see nt at the end of Flint. At the end of scamp. You guys can sound out S-I-T. Sit. Good. Ooh, underline this word. That's a special word. What does that word say? Read. It can also be read if you already did read something. So you just got to try it both ways and see which one makes sense. There's a nt at the end of Flint and an at the end of scamp. And you guys can sound out F-U-N. What's F-U-N spell? Fun. And I see a exclamation mark right there. Flint, scamp, sit, read. Flint, scamp, fun. Okay, practice reading that to yourself at least 3 times and press play when you're ready to read together. Okay, let's read together now. Fingers ready under the word Flint. Ready and read. Flint and scamp, sit and read. Flint and scamp, have fun. Look at that. Do they live in different towns? No, No, but they still wanted to write each other a letter, even though they lived by each other close enough where they could just throw the letter or catch the letter across the path. And then they wrote each other a letter. Maybe they said, I miss camp and I miss jumping in puddles with you. Okay? Is this story, where did they start out in this story?
At camp.
At camp. And then what happened?
They had to leave.
They had to go home, and then they told each other what? They're gonna miss each other. But when they got home, the both of them have a Gramps. And Gramps helped them out. How did Gramps help them? By giving them a stamp so they could mail a letter to their friend. That's right. Okay? But then a big gust of wind came up and almost blew away their notes or their letters to each other. Okay? But at the end, they got to sit down together and read their notes. Can squirrels go to camp?
No.
Can squirrels write letters? Can squirrels read? Can squirrels wear clothes? No. So this is definitely what kind of story? Oh, squirrels, skunks. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about squirrels. Okay, they are skunks. You're right. So what kind of story is this? Fiction? And what kind of fiction? Fantasy. Definitely fantasy. Good. At home, I want you to practice reading this several times and send a video of yourself reading it to your teacher.